I'll try to pick up, I'm recognize myself and pick up a few questions that I think will add to what my two colleagues have already asked about. District Attorney Hestron, you're unique in that you prosecuted the deceptive dissemination of what appeared to be a prescription drug to a young woman, a young girl who died as a result of taking just half of that pill. There's a successful prosecution, but there's no specific state law that empowered you to do that. So as I understand, you had to kind of work around to put together the facts so that you could get that second-degree murder charge. Would it be helpful if both the state, in a perfect world, and the federal government, in what we hope will be a fairly perfect world, were to give you specific charges that would allow you to have manslaughter, second-degree murder, or whatever is appropriate based on the normal knowledge of somebody who knowingly provides a deceptive drug that leads to a mortality?
Yes, Chairman, it would be incredibly helpful, and I do want to point out that this strategy that we've embarked on a couple of years ago, we have filed 36 homicide cases against drug traffickers for murder, second-degree murder. This has now been sort of emulated by DAs across the state of California. So I was proud to lead that effort. But my colleagues across the state, with some exceptions, are also doing the same thing. They don't have the numbers because they haven't been doing it as long, but they are moving in that direction. But yes, we have to use existing second-degree murder law, especially the laws around DUI murders. That's essentially what this is. It's saying that someone who knowingly deals and traffics in fentanyl, knowing the risks, disregarded that risk, and did it anyway, we can proceed under a second-degree murder theory. But it's very difficult. It's legally difficult. It's difficult to collect the evidence. And so we formed a task force with the Sheriff's Department in our county. We're very blessed to have a Sheriff's Department that works with us like that, and we've been successful. Last thing, we know, because we're listening to criminal organizations on wiretaps, we know it's having an effect. My critics say, oh, that doesn't matter. That's just the old, war on drugs. It's ineffective. It's a bunch of nonsense. The criminals, we hear them saying, we can't go into Riverside County with drugs because they prosecute people there. We're going to go into Los Angeles and do the deal there. I've heard that over and over. Now, I don't wish the people of Los Angeles any ill, but I want them out of my county. And so that makes me happy when I hear that. It's working. We need to do this across California, across this country. It will have an effect.
Thank you. For both of my mayors, both of you represent districts that have high immigrant populations. Mm-hmm. Would it be fair to say that virtually every family that you deal with has some loved one on a list wanting to come to the United States? In other words, almost all of your constituents who are immigrant families also have further relatives that legally they're trying to get to the United States.
Congressman, thank you for that question, because I almost on a monthly basis am talking to families who are generally in tears wanting to get family members here. They've been waiting for years. And to watch people who cross the southern border, to go down and see it in person, who do it without any waiting, without going through any of the lawful process, and then to see the families who do it the right way, who are investing tens of thousands of dollars in attorneys to guide them. The level of unfairness and injustice in that is off the charts. It's wrong, and I appreciate you bringing that up.
Thank you. Thanks for making the case on that, because this is the committee that desperately wants to make sure that our legal immigration system works, which we all know takes longer when you go through the front door, obviously, than it does the back door.